I know it's better to smile. Very hard time we're going through. I should just get some sleep. But I'm happy to say that I'm going to proceed on by the will of God and also myself. See, I have a beautiful kitty cat, and there's a lot going for me um, as far as a creator, you see. Now, I say that because if you're watching this, you're on YouTube and they call you a creator once you start, like, even posting stuff, even just posting it. You see, you have creator content. There's a language here that's very blatant, and it begins to talk in depth, kind of reflecting the fact that you are a human PC and that you are going to render up, say, content. Is it concepts? What is it? See, I say we have to stay in calm communication. See, there's that CO that comes up a lot. I wish I had my chalkboard here because I was really coming on to some heavy duty lessoning about the English alphabet in general. The fact that it's pictures, and there's a lot of stuff that you can say about it that is like, it's like, well, is that just a coincidence? Are you sick, or is it the truth? And I don't want to get into it now. See, because it's better to put it together and like make it kind of rhyme out, and now what's the use of this, Shauna? Well, I will keep trying to communicate. See, I'll keep trying to communicating uh, with the Pluto. It's good practice to try and work through all of the trauma that we're kind of going through right now. How you see, everybody thinks that the government is going to do something to create an emergency that will create more of the fragmented kind of lower vibrational frequency alarm. And see, the thing is that they do that, babes, to cull the population. And what cull means is to like rake and sift out, and pretty much they are. I don't want to say the word killing, but I just did. People, just stress alone. Fear alone gets rid of a lot of people. Like, it's bad enough that we have a profound responsibility towards our own faculties, and a lot of, I mean, this place here is a freaking madhouse. Sorry, what I'm saying is the planet is, if you could imagine it, you go up into outer space and look down and you see lights everywhere. Well, yeah, people don't seem to know how to enjoy a good night's rest, quiet. I'm an empath, and I would come up to the mountains because of how quiet it would get. Sorry, it's really hard to feel like decompressed with the squares in the sky, and then for me it is. For me it is. It's I'm see what it is I'm excited. See, I was able to remember um, some of the changes I wanted to do to my channel, just the way it looks when you go onto my channel. It's important to have something that directs people's attention to, now when it comes to attention. See, I was trying to mention that how Did I even mention that, babe? See, if somebody attracts enough attention, see, there's some people like that do astrology and other things they're doing. It shouldn't be for any reason, babes, but to start watering everybody. See, if people are making money, see, the thing is not everybody is. And I didn't just say they don't need money, and I didn't say that now they should entitle themselves to other people. No, getting back to being a creator content. If enough attention, I tried to talk about this last time, and it might be irrelevant to some people, but and if I can ever get it out of my head through communications, I swear to God, some of the videos I put on, and I'm so sorry, I was just like, isn't there something funny? If you run into the part where I turn into R2D2, would you please give me the minute on that? I just want to go back and laugh at that. That is the funniest, most spontaneous, funniest thing. Sorry about turning into an eagle right now, but you should like your stuff that you put out, and it should make you laugh. You should um, also realize the value in making yourself vulnerable and just like you don't be attached to any of it. That's one of the number one things is make sure you are kind of saying things and able to burn it later. You just don't look back. You don't expect anything out of it except where you've already gotten something out of it by just expressing it alone. And um, I hope you appreciate it. But so I wanted to talk about really because how that what a complete waste it's been so far. It seems to be slipping through humanity's fingers because when they implement AI, all that it does, it's not anything what you think. It's already able to do an algorithmic combing, and see. See, we can get better. See, I can get better. It's 3 in the morning. I need to go to bed. But there's a reason why that I can't do it. See, we're having this aspect with, and I'm not making that a reason either. No, it's like, here it is the 22nd, but it's actually tomorrow that I'll be posting this video, the 23rd, um, where Venus is squaring to Pluto, and then I think that there is a Mercury square oppose Neptune, and that explains my monotone. I noticed the strangest thing when I walked into. I walked into two marketplaces today, and the same like Twilight Zone-ish theme showed up. And I tried to deeply understand it, but I guess I didn't need to understand it any more deeply than that these are two very super unconscious people. See, there's super conscious people, and then there's super unconscious people. See, the super unconscious people, and I swear I love everybody, and I'm not bagging on people, but see, I noticed, okay, so in the marketplace, in the aisle, it happened in both places. There was two workers, and they're stocking the shelves, right? And one of them is talking to the other one, and they're talking. It doesn't have anything to do with work. They are talking, I would say, just like a narcissist would, like they're talking about somebody else. And I can't see, but all I know is, let me just go in general, is like, it's like that talk that's like, for me, I don't know, I just can't get caught up on it. You know, I don't know why I felt sorry for the woman who was taking on the talk, but then I dialed in on it because I was kind of looking for my cat's toys in the 99 cent store. And I kind of was catching the train, like I was walking away from the conversation, but I was listening in, like, what is this poor woman? How? I was going to ask her, like, get in between and say, excuse me, where's the, the cat toys? Just to relieve her from this horse shit. But no, she managed just to laugh and say something, and it's like, these are two very super, indeed, unconscious people. And I'm sorry to look at it like that. I'm not any better than those people. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. Except for that I was conscious. Like, see, I think it was non-self-reflecting. I think none of them, see, babes, and me talk about it here. Minute how many out of 2,000 videos I've made. How conscious am I? The truth is no, you can still be conscious and aware, consciously aware, and banter out 500 miles spools long of words. And just, like I said, just light the end of it and fuse it off and blow it up. And, well, because there isn't a result that's going to come out of it except for while you were doing it, that's as far as it gets. And then when you stop, don't expect anything else come out of it. And I don't even really mean that, right? But so I go into the other store and the same thing is happening now. And they're not talking, somebody is bantering at somebody else. In the first store, it was a woman to a man, now that I remember it. And in the second store, it was a man to a woman, a man to a woman, sorry, vice versa. And I remember it was so weird because, like, they are talking just like a narcissist would. And you know how narcissists, they talk about, like, stuff like this, like, it could be like this petty, but I think you can kind of move it around in different ways. That they'll talk about the way somebody does their hair. Like, did you see Jessica's hair today? Or something like that. Um, and she wore those shoes and something like that. But like I said, the petty talk, it could switch over to something that's like, well, why are you even concerned with that? Can you mind your own business? Kind of a thing. Yeah. And they'll get into, like, critiquing, right? And I admit, we're all kind of, especially here I am, Venus and Virgo, and it's like, judge not lest ye shall fucking, and people don't even know what's meant by that, you know, and I like to get more deeper about that, really, that we're just being discerning when we look and feel the quality of the experience when somebody blacks out right in front of you and starts talking about the kind of car somebody has. And what somebody, like, especially what somebody said to somebody. And then repeating it. That narcissists, particularly, will talk about somebody's talk. They talk about the conversation that you just had. Like, within seconds, now you're looping back. They're going to say, no, but because you just said this. And see, you know what I mean? And it's a hell of a fucking place. You begin to realize, like, no, I gotta, I just want to fucking bolt, turn around and say, I gotta get out of here, because it's fucking maddening. Because it's like, who lives, first of all, in talk? Who lives in talk? Nothing can live in the lips. Nothing. That is just, and see, this is where people are way too serious about it, right? I mean, we have a faction of people, and most of them are asleep, and they'll tell you that God made everything through a word. If that's not a narcissist, I don't know what. And it's like, well, but what do you mean? Is it the capitalized vowels, keeping everything in lowercase, but do remember the R reversal rule? Then I understand. I'm going to make this a long video. This is happening. See, I'll put this, well, you get one of these videos. Sorry about that. I can't seem to get out of my pajamas. I mean, I'm trying to just go in my closet and pull out a shirt, Shawnee. You're not going anywhere else. All dressed up and nowhere to go. I live within a forest here, and I don't mind it. But see, you can get pent up. But see, the thing is that no, there's a lot of people here now. A lot of it's just chalked in. The houses are built in my neighborhood. The last people moved in and built a fence, and it's a, it's a fucking backdrop. It's an overlay. It's an overlay. It's the sound of unconsciousness. It's like, okay, but do you hear you, right? Do you know you're there? Do you know that you're pollution? Otherwise, you are consciously moving. And if you can imagine that, like how that, if you are being heard, is it a song? And I'm not talking about the ice cream truck that tried to be here. I fucking shooed that thing away. And you know what I think? I'm not the only one. No, what? Nope. No, I bet you anything. Some other people see, because there's other people. See, this is the thing is, I've heard they're saying, well, there's not enough organization. It's like, no, it's already organized enough. It's there. They just need to start holding hands. See, this is the thing is nobody's afraid to lose their cereal in the morning, which is full of bugs, by the way. Let's go crush up some Captain Crunch or crush up some. What did I eat? Now I said that I don't eat packaged thing, but now I'm looking at it. It's like I eat these little crackers, the saltine crackers. I don't know. I mix them up with. Oh man, I can just as soon get rid of. See, I'm in the middle of finding out what do we eat. What do we eat? And the spiritual experience. Neptune opposed my Venus. First of all, still trying to figure it out. It's like, and it's not going well. It's like I almost ate a whole loaf of fucking sourdough bread today and butter. It's like, no, don't do that. You're trying to fucking be healthy. And the thing is I do keep it. I try to, but no, babes. Kimcast knows. It sounds like that you know that, or Kindcast, sorry, that this is the most, it's like it's the most exciting time because it's the most dangerous time to live in because why? Oh, how do we survive this poisoning? Like, it's our fault that we didn't figure out what to eat. We are so fucking lazy. Like, really, what is it though? Really? It's beyond lazy, babes. What's happening is that it's the dumbing down, it's just people are lazy. I don't want to talk about this too much, but I heard somebody talking about this like, well, it was just about 4 years ago. It happened, and I try to have a better outlook about the possibility here that can happen within people. The humanity in general, right? I'm humanity, and I say no. I can. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better. I'm going to, you know, pick up, and it's like, well, yeah, be careful. Don't think that you can do what you can the same thing that you could do like when you were kids. See, that's not what I mean here. God, this is so strange to talk about, like how weird I sound. But we need to now. What do we need to do besides for dwelling on that? Like the more and more people we produce, the more and more that they don't need to know anything. That they just think a machine's gonna pump things out for them, and and the fucking maze that they're running in, they don't even question it from cradle to grave. Look at it, and it's messy. It's so disgusting. See, this is where it's like I hope that something comes and flattens shit out. I hate the things like that. See, and it's a trip because no, it's like the pollution that is left. Even if a copper wire burns or You know how they can see the most flammable thing that I've seen. Well, what I mean is what has been seen as just igniting and catching wood on fire is metal, because they have intense weaponry in outer space right now. And where I live in California and all around the United States, they are. It was apparent that Paradise, California, if you look into it, they use the same weaponry as they used at 9/11, and in where is it, in Portugal, everywhere. It's just the ruins are the same. Peculiarly, metal is catching on fire and catching wood on fire. That's how the wood caught on fire at the dock there in Oregon, where the fires were happening, or is it in California? Right on the lake there. There's a little dock, for a little boat, and the pins that are the bolts, or whatever you call it, the hooks. They started burning the wood for whatever reason. There was a lot that was documented about that, and that's what we were to use social media for, is to notice these little things. See, it's important to catch a whiff of it, like catch a little of it, just make it amplify in your head. Wow, okay, no, that's a trip. I have a knack for that, but I also have a knack for. We all do those. See, humanity is so delicate. We are so delicate, so that we can't withstand this any longer. Since they put up the weaponry that Elon Musk has up in the air, have you noticed? I did. Have you noticed more like weird ear ringing, and ear ringing is one ways you can tell that you're being bombarded more and more. It's hard to tell an angel from the fact that you're being careened with EMF waves, either from your cell phone, your Wi-Fi in your house, somebody else's Wi-Fi around here, and see, it's all interactive too. They have the satellites, the stuff that's down here too. All is becoming more and more interactive, to where it's just as precise as it needs to be to make it the funnest game on Mars, because there's like a whole civilization up there that works to make sure that certain programs are running in individual phones. It's the most interesting thing. Like, see, you can be a celebrity to, it depends on how much attention you're getting controversially. Um, and there's where it takes plenty of people, like a crew of 15, they could spend their whole life, their whole family. I'm talking about now, it's Shauna's Wi-Fi. Up on Mars, where it's not monitoring, it's just knowing that this is here, it's what's happening. Talk about a prison planet, fully encapsulated, right? It's not seen on the surface at all that there's any evidence of it. It's underground, and it's fully synthesized. The air is synthesized, but that they grow and they do a certain way of life that is very different than ours. Extremely, it could be called extraterrestrial. Anything goes there, of course. They are doing a lot of things, but the main thing is how. Sorry, the main thing is how they work. And they are enslaved. And they are enslaved about the technology of Earth. And like I said, you are like a celebrity, in a way, because they kind of latch on. Their job is to, like for me, boy, it's been ongoing, but It depends on who you are. You probably only, some people that are only posting about, like, say, their families and their job and stuff like that. They're taken, man. They're just they don't get that much of a attention on Mars, say, where people are working there to stop it being from convenient enough for us to start relaying anything, especially if we found out something about our language and started relaying it there. They catch it. That's where they do it, and they flatline it. Thanks for listening to this. Um, I'm contemplating because I really let out some stuff. I'm trying to find a title for this one video. I'm going to release it on the 23rd. Thanks for listening to all this. Thank you for understanding that people like me aren't being a con artist or trying to get out of doing work. There's two types of people here on this plane, and I speak for all of humanity. That no, it's still the call with Taurus, Uranus and Taurus. It's a big, abrupt, shaking, fucking calm down. It's a big hurry up and wait. It's a big run to your relaxation mode. Can you hurry up? Figure out what all you think you need to do. Can you reach a place of not of remaining intact, to say, and being available in case there was peace? Do you tap it as just being reality itself? Amen. A woman. Good God, people.